Ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Sweet. I feel like tap dancing, man.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday.
I keep thinking today's Monday.
I know, it's kind of weird,
I
wonky.
mean, I didn't put the trash out.
It's okay, it's a day delayed. Everything's a day backed up because of yesterday being a holiday.
How do you know that?
Because everybody knows trash is a
that
day
true?
delayed.
Is that true?
Are you city?
City?
Yes.
I don't know. I live over there.
Are you city of Boca?
I
City
don't-
of something?
I don't know.
Anyway, city of Boca trash is everything's backed up a day.
Oh, so then they put it out tomorrow?
When's it go out?
Today. I thought it was
goes
Monday.
out tomorrow.
I don't believe you.
I'm telling you, check it.
I have to call.
Take a look, check it out. Happy Tuesday to you. You feel like very far away over there.
Well, whoever set this up, spread it wide.
I know. How you doing? You ready? You know, I keep saying it's not a typical Monday because it's not a typical Tuesday because we have a full set in the house today. The door kept opening and more people kept coming. We've got
forgot
Chef and
Johnny.
his wife and Johnny and Karen and Frank and Rich and Eddie and Carolina, a whole and our
Well,
crew.
Carolina does a show on Tuesday, but
A
today,
full crew.
today we're doing some back stuff.
And it's Pizza Tuesday brought to you by Pizza Rica.
Pizza Rica. Rica Pizza.
Pizza in the house. Happy Tuesday, everyone. We hope you had a wonderful long weekend, and definitely thank you to all those men and women that serve and protect our country and those who have lost their lives and their families to keep us the great country that we are in the USA. So thank you for your service as we roll into another week, wrapping up May, which is hard to believe.
I know the whole year's gone.
No,
I'm
just the
getting
month is
older by
gone.
the second.
You
I
are?
don't like this. Yeah. May is gone. June is here. June will be gone. July is here. It'll be the 4th of July. They
It's going to be
started
the 4th of July
fireworks
soon.
already.
I know.
The hell is that?
Feels like every 6 weeks we have a holiday. Do you think that was strategically planned? Just wondering, because every 6 weeks there's a holiday. So I go to get my nails done. I said, every time I'm here, there's a holiday. She goes, there's not a holiday coming up. I said, yes, it's Memorial Day. She said, and then what? I said, and then we're 4th of July.
when
then we're
is Father's Day?
Day.
When is that?
Then we're Father's Day, and then we're 4th of July.
When is the Father's Day? Because that's the only one I care about.
June 17th, 18th, whatever that Sunday is.
Is it?
Yep,
Because I have a long list.
for Father's Day.
This is the first year I'm going to ask for stuff.
What are you asking for?
I ain't going to get nothing.
I think you should go see your grandbaby.
No, they come see me. It's Father's
She's
Day.
a newborn.
So what? She could drive.
Doorknob.
Doorknob.
Doorknob isn't
Bring
going
on
very
down.
far.
Don't say that because they get mad. They watch.
Juliana. So I hope you all liked our introduction for Here's Johnny. Everyone know the original Here's Johnny?
Is that what that was?
Yes. So where do
Did
you
you
all
hear
think
it?
it's from?
Johnny Carson.
So I asked the crew to poll Here's Johnny, and they said, from The Shining.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
The Shining.
And I said, I don't know, I haven't seen The Shining. And they all look at me. They said, absolutely, it's from The Shining.
What's
and they
the
say,
famous?
who's Johnny Carson?
What's the famous line from The Shining? It wasn't "Here's Johnny." Oh, it was "Here's
Apparently, it
Johnny."
was Here's Johnny.
It was "Here's Johnny."
And here's Johnny. Johnny Melnick in the house.
Wow, Johnny. Johnny.
How do you like that
they-
intro?
They have you pinned as
Johnny?
The Shining.
I'm in the, what's the, Roy,
You have
Use
a
your
mic, Johnny?
microphone, Johnny. Where's your mic? Where's your mic?
He doesn't have one.
Well, you have to give him a mic for him to talk into it.
They're going to work that out. While he works it out, they're going to figure that out.
But do you remember The Shining was, what was the name of the actor?
Here's Johnny.
Did you,
I never saw The Shining, but I thought it was very fun when I asked them for Johnny Carson. They looked at me, like, what?
you never saw The Shining?
No.
The Biltmore in, Colorado, wasn't it?
Arizona.
It was in Colorado.
Colorado,
Colorado.
they say. That was The Shining?
Yeah. Shiny Penny.
How you doing, Johnny?
Me? I'm doing fine. Busy.
That's good.
Busy is busy.
Well, are you leaving again? Are you going somewhere?
No, not till, well, later in the summer.
So I understand my partner over here wrote a love song this weekend.
Yeah, he sent me a set of lyrics.
How was that?
I'm gonna be working on. They're nice,
Your talents never cease to amaze me.
They
I
don't
must
cease
say.
to amaze me either.
I got to tell you, those lyrics were so prophetic, so
They was,
profound.
it felt like it didn't even
It
come
felt
from
as
me.
if you were in love.
It was mystical. And it's funny because I sent it to him because he's a songwriter. And I told him, what you think? He says, this is pretty good. I said, boy, that stuff really works.
So you're going to write music around it?
Yeah, we'll see what happens, yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We actually have a meeting today with JC.
She coming in?
She's coming in. We're going to talk about the album.
I'll try to assign notes to the appropriate wording.
Listen, it's a bet because she bet me that I could not do this. And with your help, I can. I didn't say I could do it 6 times over,
The
but I could
lyrics
do it
were,
one
they were very nice, though. I was impressed.
They're very poetic.
Nice job.
Very poetic.
Nice job for you, kiddo.
Don't ask me to do it again.
All right, we got some longtime friends in the house. We should, Chelsea, can you give Karen her mic, please? It's over on the table. Karen Salop, I know you had been chit-chatting with her on social media.
She called me very clever.
Yeah.
And I'm dying to find out what the hell I did that was so
She
clever.
called you clever?
Yes. I think I introduced her to come on the set because I saw your painting. You belong actually to a group of artists that I joined. And you were the first thing on the top of the list. So I was kind of intrigued by your art. And I said, why don't you come and check out my art, check out my place, and let's talk about your art. And she says that was very clever.
And I think I saw you on social media that your art was going to be in like a wine bar.
I was at the restaurant in Ricardo 41 on Glades, and I have 3 paintings in the window. And so that's what I posted on Instagram and Facebook.
Very nice. So I
That's
was
what you
looking at your stuff, and then you tell me you're talking to her, and I'm thinking, how did that sort of overlap and coincide? I wasn't quite sure.
It's like everybody else in here.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah, I was like, I asked her to come on. Let's talk about her art, because every artist has a story. She has a story. I found out that she was on ABC.
Yes.
Tell them.
In my past life, I was a color test model for ABC, which was when they didn't have the technology today. I would sit in for Dick Cavett, Harry Reisner, and quite a few stars, Betsy Palmer, and they would set the camera around. Either I would be sitting or I'd be on the pianos. So it was a really nice time, very nice time in my life. But that
How'd
was
you
in the
get that
70s.
gig? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you have to do? What were the qualifications to get that job?
I had to be Al Howard's daughter.
Oh, okay.
My father was the head stagehand and engineer for ABC. So, you know, they had seen me a few times around the studio, so my father was very hesitant. I was only 17, 18, so I was young, but it turned into a really nice job.
Wow.
How long were you working with them?
Maybe 2 years, not long.
And when did you then decide to become an artiste?
Well, started to become an artist when I was about 14, and I went with my grandmother. My grandmother, my aunts are artists. They're not artists like me, but they were in that realm. So I was 14, and I went to the Y on Queens Boulevard. I am from Queens. And I started painting, not what I paint now. Then I went to art schools, and I have a BFA. And as it goes, you start with realism. I took to color right away. I am known for my color palettes and mixed media. And now I am very happy to be working in Arts Warehouse, which is in Delray, down on 3rd Avenue. And it's like an incubator where we have like 15 artists, and we each have our own studio. And there's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of fun, and it's a great place to show your work, your exposure. First Friday night, which I am inviting you all to, is an opening. You can come down, see open house. You never know who you might find that would interest you.
Is there Sarah? I want to say her last name is Wu.
What?
Sarah?
Sarah Hung, H-U-N-G?
Yes.
Yes.
Remember we interviewed her here as well? You're going to say no, but we've got the Delray. She did the picture for the arts for Delray, for one of the art festivals.
Yeah, I think so. You're,
Right?
Yeah.
What picture?
It's a great location. It's got a flamingo or a pelican. It's on the back.
Back of what?
In
The
the back.
building?
And it's in the back, or it's in the upstairs
Oh,
somewhere.
it's here?
Yes.
It's here?
Yes.
Oh, it's here.
Yes. It's a great location. We were looking for studios. We actually went over there to look for a space,
Oh, I remember
but
that
we needed
place.
4 of them to get this.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get 4 of them.
Yeah, well, I don't think the Arts Warehouse would be a good choice for you because you have to do a residency program. You know, you just don't rent space. You have to go through this residency program, do a business application. There's a lot of work.
Well, it's changed because back in the day when we went there, they said, take 4. And we're going to have 4 of them. And
It was a few
residency and all
years
that
ago.
didn't exist. Yeah, that was
Tell
all.
us about the painting next to you.
This is called Night Jazz, and it's a mixed media painting. It's abstract, and I just really have. As I start to paint, I really am not thinking of anything. I start with a drawing, and then I go over the drawing, and it develops. And I really don't know how it does, but it does. And the other 2 paintings that are small are more of an impressionistic style, but as you can see, I like to work with color and imagination
Beautiful. Were you part of the 6x6 at Old School Square?
Yes, I was.
How many pieces did you enter?
I entered 2, and that was at the design district now, which I don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean, it's a struggle. I know someone took it over, and it was kind of a really good place because they made Patrina Easton made it an event, you know, and she had served drinks, and they closed it down.
Did they?
That's the problem.
She
There's
was
not
in here.
enough places for artists to work and show their work.
Remember Patrine was in here, the cop,
Yes.
Yes.
and she was
State
telling us all
trooper.
about the design district. She said, come there, spotlight the artwork. She had a big event. She wanted us to cover it, but we had like 2 other events, and it was a Thursday night. It was crazy busy. Or it was a
Yes.
Saturday, so we had something else going on. But you
Yeah.
say they closed it?
Yeah. The city of Delray will not let her do events. So that was an event, the 6x6. And that, I believe, is part of the Cornell Museum. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. I know they're still working on getting it up and running, which closing that for many of the artists and my friends, my peers, was devastating. I mean, really, a devastating situation that
Cornell.
we
So
do
they
not
closed-
have
Mariska in
places
here,
to
though,
show
remember?
our work.
Yeah, we have Mariska in here. So they closed down the whole event, or they closed it down because of Karina?
They
said they
closed the
closed the-
Cornell Museum and the Cornell Theater. And I think they're working on, you know, getting back to opening it up, but
Well, I
Not
know they
like it
reopened.
was.
There was a surfboard exhibit there.
yeah, there was a surfboard exhibit
They
there.
closed it again?
No, it's been open since
okay.
then,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now there's a waterways exhibit there, I think. I'm not
And
really
it's
sure.
under the control of the DDA now.
Exactly.
Who's the DDA?
Downtown Delray Authority.
Downtown Delray.
It's all, it's all
Authority.
over.
It's all government
It's all
controlled,
over.
is what it is.
When they get involved, it's all over.
No,
Well-
because Mariska's done a great job, but it's a shame that Patrina's event was closed down.
Yeah. Well, you
We
know,
need to have a
everything
place for the arts.
ends up being political. We have the CRA and we have the DDA, and, you know, most of us just want to enjoy Delray.
Which is why the Florida Arts Network of South Florida is so crucial. And I'm so glad that Rich and Frank are here. We're going to talk about the Florida Arts Network and what you're doing with your 501c3 and bringing the arts back to life, hopefully with the Artist Loft. But first, we're going to take a commercial break. More to come on the other side. Let you catch your breath. You're looking, and we'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Ant Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
The easiest way to sell your home is to call the number on your screen right now. We'll buy any home in any condition. And the more it's worth, the more you can get. Plus, no real estate fees or commissions means more money in your pocket. And no fix-up costs either. Sell any home in any condition, sometimes within days. Sell your home fast. Call right now for absolutely free information.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
What the hell is that?
I don't know what those sound effects were, but they got a whole lot of stuff going on.
It looked like children booing something.
I think it was, yeah.
Who were they booing?
Oh, Celtics, as Johnny says.
It's a good thing it wasn't the Knicks anymore. Now it's some other town. I don't care about the
You gotta say
Celtics.
go Heat is all I can say. For those Celtics fans, I'm sorry, but we gotta support our home team.
Your home team.
Home team. I don't think the Celtics are your team.
Not at all.
So, all right, we're sticking with the theme of the whole Florida Arts Network.
Yes,
Talking
let's
about
keep
the
going.
importance of arts and what's going on. We've got Rich and we've got Frank in the house. And I saw you had an interesting post this morning about promoting Florida Arts Network. So we're like, you guys share that because the whole reason why we started it, the GoFundMe page.
Oh, it was my post? Oh, you just shared my post.
And then I shared your post.
Are you sure it was him?
I don't know. All I saw was on Frank's page, and then I shared it out on our page.
I know. Yeah, who's on first?
Rich, you remember putting out a post?
Back on third base.
The Florida
That was an
Arts
old
Network.
post that Richard posted. It's our GoFundMe page for our organization.
And
Yeah,
you just reposted it now?
Well, I've been posting it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're trying to raise funds because there's so much that we want to do. Like one of the things, you know, we've got an artist here. One of the things that we would like to do is get the schools to have like art contests, get the winners, and then have like a gallery showing kind of thing, you know. And I keep thinking, how encouraging would it be if any of these kids actually sold their pieces? You know, or the other thing that I was thinking was, you know, having a contest for like DJs, you know, and the winner gets an opportunity to play like, you know, a 30-minute set at, you know, some event or something like that. But, you know, it takes money to do all of that, you know, and find a location where we can have, you know, some events and everything else. So we're gonna start meeting with some city people to see if maybe they can help us with grants to secure a location where we can have, you know, these different workshops and stuff like that. I would be teaching acting, you know, monologue workshops, the business of acting, you know, that kind of thing. I have a choreographer that I brought this up to, so I'm going to speak to him about dance. You know, we want to teach vocals, all this stuff, because so many kids in schools don't have that creative outlet. And they need it. I think I mentioned in a previous show, I grew up with all of that stuff growing up in New York City. I had all of that. But these kids now, they
It would be
don't.
really nice for the kids, especially.
You know, budget cuts.
Budget cuts.
Yeah, one of the first things to go is the arts, and the other thing is like phys ed. Remember phys ed when we were? Do the schools even have phys ed classes anymore?
My daughter was in high school. She could take it online.
How do you do phys ed
In
online?
high school. This is a long time ago, like she graduated in 2010. She could take PE online. She says, so Mom, you're not going to make me do anything. I said, of course you are. You're going to figure out what you got to do at home, whether you're walking around the block or you're going to play hopscotch, whatever it is, health
Tie a
and
rope
wellness.
to your ceiling and start
because
climbing
they cut back
that.
on
you know.
everything
I gotta
except
tell you,
testing.
when I went to DeWitt Clinton High School, if you did not pass gymnastics, you did not graduate.
Yeah.
So I told my cousins all went to DeWitt, and I said, I ain't no gymnastic guy. I couldn't stand it. So there's a line. It says, if you haven't taken gymnastics, go to the right. I went to the left. Never took it. and still graduated.
They wanted me to learn to juggle in theater class.
Now, you remember in the day when there were graffiti artists on the train, and the cops
Yes.
were seeing all the graffiti artists. And some of these guys are really, really good.
Yeah.
Then somebody came up with a great idea. Why don't we have the graffiti artist gallery? art gallery. And it's still there.
Yeah.
And then they came up with that paint that you can't graffiti on it because it smudges. It goes down into a pool of paint.
Yeah.
So then everybody wanted to get into the gallery. So the line went around the block.
Yeah.
And I
Look at
remember the
Wynwood.
Ford train, man. You couldn't even see the train anymore. It has so much graffiti on it.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. And then look at Wynwood. It's now
Wynwood's
art.
amazing.
Yeah.
Don't
It's
you have graffiti building in Wynwood?
Yeah.
You should go down
Along
and
the
look at
highway?
Yeah.
Wynwood walls. It's beautiful.
They still have it there?
It's amazing, you know, and so much better than some of the, you know, like in New York you'd see Tito 173, you know, it's like, what is that? That's not graffiti. You know, you're just marking up a wall.
You were Tito 173.
I was.
I bet you were. That's not an uncommon name. That was all over the place.
But it would be nice to be able to give back to the kids in the community that
Yeah.
don't have it in school, that can't afford private lessons, that can't afford what other kids have, to actually have a place to share their art and really
Yeah.
excel in what's important to them.
Right,
And we
eva-
want to make it free for them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we
that would
eventually
be
want to
great.
have scholarships available for these kids and internship programs and job opportunities.
Yeah, I have a good friend of mine. His name is Adrian Armante, and he played Esteban the bellhop on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Hi, my name is Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya La Rosa
Look at her face.
Ramirez,
She's
right?
What?
And so I work with him in his program, teaching these kids acting classes and stuff like this. And it's a 4-day program, and he lines up these agents from, I mean, legit agents, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Atlanta, LA, New York. And so these kids wind up with an opportunity that is very hard to come by because they're getting in front of these top agents. And I was doing auditions with him a few months back. And for example, there was this one little girl, I guess she was like 10 years old or so, and she looked and sounded like a little mini Sofia Vergara. Amazing talent, blew us away. But her mom, you know, that just came over to the country, they didn't have the money, you know, to put her in the program. And I'm like, you know what, if we were there already, I would have paid for that, you know. And these are some of the things that we want to do, you know. I mean, there's so many kids that have so much talent.
There's so many
and
kids.
they don't have the means to move forward with it, to fine tune it, and they need that.
Well, here we've got Dreyfus School of the Arts, and Dreyfus, the gentleman who was his great philanthropic benefactor, he just passed away over the weekend. I believe he was 91 years old. But he was all about supporting the arts. He was the huge donor to Dreyfus up at Kravis Center at School of the Arts, about giving back to these kids, because it was a public school, it's a magnet school, right? So it's free if you get accepted, but giving them a chance, like FAME.
FAME
The
is
school
another
in New
good
York,
one.
right? What was that school? A School of Performing Arts?
School for Performing Arts.
Right, in New York?
Yeah.
Also,
makes a big difference.
also
There's
when they did Flashdance, she tried to get a big part of the movie. She filmed in the DeKalb Avenue in the Bronx, when the
Irene
guy has
Cara?
the board. Yep. And she tried to get a bigger piece of that filming into the movies, and it sort of didn't even make sense because she wanted it so bad, so they put a small section of that in the movie. But she talked about the arts as well. There's a lot of art. There's a lot of
I think
artists.
Karen had something to say as well.
Yeah, Karen.
Richard, I wanted to let you know that in Palm Beach Watercolor, and I was president of Women in the Visual Arts. We both send out to the schools in Palm Beach a letter
Is her mic
trying
on?
to encourage students to
Karen, is
send
that
their work.
microphone on?
Is it okay? You hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so we do that in Palm Beach, and Alexander Dreyfus is one school. And how we collect money is we have events, we have exhibits, we have luncheons, and we even get crayons and paper and paint donated. So then we have a scholarship event, and we give out a scholarship for the high school students. We give about $1,000 to 2 or 3 students. parents towards their college education.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's
See,
amazing.
that's one of the things that we want to do.
Yeah.
We want to give partial scholarship. I mean, we can't pay for a full ride for like Full Sail or something like that, but not yet anyway. But we want to help in that way, and encourage some of these kids. And we're probably going to start with high school because that's where we'll probably see the quickest results, and then work our way down to younger and younger students. And eventually, I mean, we're in South Florida right now, Dade, Broward County, but eventually we want to expand, take for the entire state, because I mean, this is not New York City, let's face it, New York City has a lot of culture there, or it did when I was growing up anyway. I don't know what it's like
I
now.
think it does, and West Palm is trying, and
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale for sure has a lot. The Savoy
Yeah.
Theater, and there's a lot of great cultural activities down there. We just got to get the kids who may not be exposed to it the opportunity to see what it is. Young at Art used to be a fantastic museum down in Davie, and I think they lost their funding for the huge center they had. I believe they're now in the Broward Mall or something. They have a space, but
Yeah.
it's not like it used to be.
I'm friends with the guy who was running that at the beginning for a while, and yeah, it's a shame, that they had their own place, but lack of funding and stuff like that, people for some reason don't give arts the same importance that they give so many other things,
I think it's there. You just have to find the right benefactors
Yeah.
that support it, is what it is. We just have to bring more media and more exposure to the things that are important, because there's so much media on the bad things that we have to, like we say all the time, we have to bring the exposure to that which can help our next generation grow.
Karen
Absolutely.
She just proved the point,
Yep.
because
Yeah.
they have access to things that you guys didn't even know about. The Movies of Del Rey has agreed to bring in Nikki and Mayor to do independent film.
Nice.
They want to talk to them, and they're going to put it under the FAU chapter. And somebody's got to get up there as soon as possible, because somebody else will take the spot. But they're willing to host independent films for up to 2 hours. And I know that they just did an event at FAU. These
would
are
be
some of the
great.
things that we're talking about, getting the exposure and getting it out there. So.
And the other thing too is that I think a lot of artists are not being taught the business of art. I have spoken to so many independent filmmakers that they want to procure funding for their film, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, do you have a budget? No, they don't know what to put on a budget. Do you have a pitch deck? They don't know anything about putting a pitch deck or a business plan or anything like that, And I think they need to learn that as well, is the business of art,
gotta
whether
learn,
it be filmmaking or art, dance, whatever.
It's funny, when we were at the Heart of Del Rey up in Delray Beach, that they had 112 artists, and we sat with all of them. We talked to all of them, and we came to the conclusion that artists were not business people. They can be, but they were more into doing, and then what do you do with it? So I know a lot of artists that have stuff in their garages. I know a lot of artists that have stuff in their mother's garage, their uncle's garage. It's not out, it's not being exposed, it's not put anywhere. How in the world is anybody going to know about you if you don't put it out there?
They're right-brainers. They're right-brainers.
Right-brainers.
Yeah. The creative stuff
They're
is all
great.
done in the right hemisphere, and the business stuff is left hemisphere. So I know people that don't have a left lobe. They just.
Well, look at the Mr. Creative right here, Johnny Melnick.
I was just going to say, that's why I'm tilted most of the time, because I have
Yeah.
the business side is a little, missing a few
Left side versus
molecules.
the right side.
Well, the amazing thing about Johnny is that he has been in the business a long time. He's played on boats, land, and planes, and everything else. And he's an artist. He knows how to create.
Yeah, but that creative side, that creative thing, where
Yeah.
am I? Oh, I'm over this way.
Just
Hey,
keep spinning that camera around.
the creative side and the business side are such different thought processes.
I know.
And here's the other thing I was thinking about, you talking about. When you start the business side, you start thinking about doing things that sell. So you're starting to compromise what your creative side is after.
True.
And it becomes, same old, same old. Go into a publisher. all right, you wrote a nice song. He says, give me another one just like that. An artist doesn't think like that.
Yeah. No, they don't.
As a matter of fact, you want to go the exact opposite route and try something different. And so the nature of the business is actually restrictive.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Even what you
Did I
guys
just
are
say
doing
that? I'll
here.
never get a record deal.
I know.
What
well,
you
look at
meant is like the pieces you put together. I want to make sure we put them in the board today. The bowling piece and the amphitheater piece. Those are amazing. And those are truly another form of the arts that they get to put together here.
Well, everything is on delivery, you know, and Johnny, I don't agree with you. I think that you will get an album. You will be famous.
Totally.
It's you just have to focus on how we deliver what you do. You know, that song you sent me, I think is a hit. We just got to get it into the right
too,
ears.
Fred.
What, positive direction?
Positive direction. We got. There's so many things you could do with that movie, with that piece.
It's advertising. It's everything. It's just one song, but there's other
Do you-
things I do that, like I sent you. We're talking about the country song today. I've got this. We just started a songwriting complex with a friend of mine. Who's a writer. I think Frank, you might know. Chuck Reeves is a novelist. He's written 7
I heard of
books.
him,
High school friend of mine, and he's writing lyrics. I approached him and said, "Did you ever think of writing song lyrics?" He got on it and sent me a set of lyrics, and we started writing songs together. And we have our first one released, but it's a country song.
Which
So-
has to
which
have
is on the
a
other-
country, has to have a place in that
Oh man,
setting.
I got a guy in Nashville with
Look
a
into
pedal
your
steel,
camera.
and it's going.
Look into your camera.
Number one.
Don't
about
need to
that,
turn
Dave?
it back on
Where's
you
the
all.
problem?
That's all right. He knows where he's at. You know, you remember the commercial for Alka-Seltzer?
Yes.
Flop, fizz,
Flop, flop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what
Now,
a
why
relief
is
it
it?
is.
Why is it that you know that? Because I know you ain't had an Alka-Seltzer in years.
If ever.
Never.
I
mean,
saw it on the History Channel.
no, I remember the commercial.
Come on.
I remember the
Anthony's
commercial.
like, I remember
You
that
remember that,
commercial.
right?
I remember the commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember
absolutely.
that commercial?
Yeah.
And there's a couple of others that you remember the lingo. Remember Cheers, the show?
Yep.
Everybody knows your name?
Norm.
Yep.
Now, you know, the bottom line is that sometimes a hit is just focused in a different direction. You know, Rocky's, when he did the movies, Eye of the Tiger, was a hit because the movie followed it. Now
Yes.
Stallone and his daughters are on reality TV.
Yes.
And the funniest thing in life is to watch Sylvester Stallone be funny.
Yeah.
Because he ain't funny.
Yo, Adrian.
But I gotta tell you something. The show is a hit because everybody's wondering how he's going to make it happen. So the bottom line here is that you just gotta find a home for your song or songs to find a place. And then it all takes care of itself. Look at Kendra, that she did Witchcraft. That's not even her whole thing. That song is Burning It Up. It's not even hers. She got permission to do it, and because of how she is, and she's sending it out, delivering it differently, it's a hit.
You know, when
yeah.
we're talking about a positive direction, what we have to do is this. If anybody understands what's called the field of intention, you have to remove yourself from the outcomes, detach from outcomes, and allow what's called just flow, or what's called wu wei. You do this,
They like that.
you do the wu wei, and you go flow. You stay detached from outcomes, and everything that you want is going to appear in front of your face.
I totally believe what you're saying.
But it's reality. But the thing of it is, we gotta maintain that in our inner being.
There's a challenge.
Okay?
There is the
I'm
challenge.
with you all the
ch-
way.
Okay, so that's where meditation comes in. That's where mindfulness comes in. Namaste, exactly. And we gotta do it in agape. And that's unconditional love. I'm telling you, when you get up in the morning and you do your mantras, you know, like for example, one of my mantras is, Elohim, or Adonai, right? Creator Most High. Allow me to be a conduit of your agape love towards us. And you will be. And you're going to receive agape love. So the fact that you want to hit, why do you want the hit? Is it for you?
No.
But I'm just saying, just it's a rhetorical question, but I always ask people this question. What's your why? And if you stick to your why, you stick to your what, and you stick to your who. Why are you doing it? What is it going to look like? What is it going to sound like, feel like, whatever the case may be? And who's it going to serve? As long as it ain't serving you, you're going to get everything you ask for. Believe it. Yeah. And one of the things that Dr. Wayne Dyers always says, you will see it when you believe it.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Okay? So one of the things I ask a lot of people, especially artists, because I'm an artist, right? I ask this question. What does your best life look like to you? I ask them this question. I go, not only what does it look like, what does it feel like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? If you don't know the answer to those questions, you'll never know when you get there. And that's hyper important.
That's true, because if you don't know any of that, then how do you know you ain't there?
Amen.
And the worst thing that can ever happen to anybody is success by accident.
Yeah.
Because then they think it's like that all the time.
Okay? See, I operate in, I want to see overwhelming success. That's what I ask for. But I ask for it, the way I ask for it is, Father, grant me divine strategy, divine wisdom, divine providence, divine discernment, divine vision. Because we got to see with more than just our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's so important. You got to see with more than just your eyes. Yeah. That is a very, very spiritual thing. That's where your pineal glands actually operate. And, you know, the whole, bro, let me tell you, don't ever say you're not going to get a hit again.
No, I don't mean to say that. I mean, I was just kidding because I'm talking against the way the process of it goes.
But you're speaking against the way, brother.
Believe me, I think of what I've lived a life, and if I was worried about commercial success, I wouldn't be playing music at this point. Yeah. This is what I do. It's who I am. It's what I want to, what I have to give.
Because I feel your music, bro.
That's the way I want to do it, and that's the end of it.
Like when you were playing, I'm like,
yeah, you feel it.
Let's do some more music with Johnny Melnick to take us out to commercial break. When we come back, let's have a proper introduction of Chef Anthony over there on the other side of the theater and talk to Mr. Eddie over here and Carolina and see who else we've got in the theater. More to come on the other side of this 1 o'clock hour. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
Do you own a timeshare? At first, maybe it seemed like a great investment, but then you realized a lot of the promises made to you were simply not true. A little later, you started receiving the monthly maintenance fees and additional associated bills they failed to mention when you signed the agreement. And now their fees keep rising. Your times to actually use the timeshare keep shrinking, and the resort has no interest in letting you out of the agreement. Your vacation dream has turned into a timeshare nightmare. An overwhelming, never-ending financial obligation that will fall on your children after you're gone. And it seems as if there is no way out. Well, here's some great news. There is a way out. The Timeshare Exit Hotline has helped hundreds of people just like you. Desperate people who thought they were stuck in this burden forever. Although most professionals in the timeshare industry are legitimate, there are those that use aggressive, sometimes even misleading sales tactics to try and trick innocent people into signing their lives away. We've heard many stories of people who have been lied to and others who were kept in a room for over 10 hours, not provided water or anything to eat, pressured until they were exhausted. These people finally signed a contract just to get out of there. If you're one of the unfortunate people who have been roped into a timeshare nightmare and feel there is no way out, call the number on your screen right now. When we take your case, it means we are highly confident that we can win. We'll provide you with an affordable, one-time fixed fee and our 100% client satisfaction guarantee. Now you don't have to face arrogant, aggressive salespeople alone. We're experts in consumer protection, real estate, and contract law. Even if they bullied you into an agreement, rest assured they're not going to bully us. So don't wait. Call us right now. Even if you've tried another company that failed you, call us. Our track record of successful negotiations speaks for itself. The call is free, the information is free, and there is absolutely no obligation. A single phone call could free you of this burden. So don't wait. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline right now.
Has your heater or air conditioner busted? Appliance broken? Computer crashed? Then you need an ARW home warranty. Home system and appliance repairs and replacements can cause stress and cost you thousands of dollars per year. With an A+ BBB rating and a top-rated home warranty company on Consumer Affairs and Trustpilot, ARW Home provides superior service, featuring the industry's lowest service call fee. ARW Home has warranty plans that cover your kitchen and laundry appliances, heating and air conditioning systems, electrical and plumbing systems, and much more. Call 800-235-1584 to customize your plan. Plus, ARW has partnered with Azurion to protect your new and used tablets, laptops, TVs, and other home tech from accidental damage and wear and tear. All plans come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 800-235-1584 now for a free quote. That's 800-235-1584.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-796-1182. 800-796-1182. 800-796-1182. That's 800-796-1182.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-485-8801. 800-485-8801. That's 800-485-8801.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422. For no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let Ant2 TV help get you there.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
No, it's a new wand. Isn't it beautiful?
Where'd you get that?
Just in case anyone ever questions and I don't stay true to my brand.
What the hell is that?
It's a wand pen.
A wand pen?
So now I can write checks with a magical wand. That's the way of creating abundance.
Hey.
We should have thought of that before.
You're going to write more checks? You want to abundance the
I'm
writing
going to
checks?
endorse more checks into it. I'm not going to write them. I'm
Don't
going to
abundance
more.
that. That's got to be
I'm going to
last.
endorse more checks into us. With
no.
This is from Carolina Ayala. She said she saw it and she couldn't resist because it was definitely my brand.
I'm surprised that it doesn't blow up into a balloon.
I don't know. I think that balloon almost attacked you on the last set. Did you see he reached over there and the balloon
I
reached
hit
back?
it. It scared the hell out of me. I thought there was somebody here.
I wasn't sure if anybody else saw that. So thank you, Caroline. This is amazing. It's the little things in life that make me happy. See that? Anyway, all right, we got to go
Oh, here,
properly
here,
introduce.
here. That makes you happy?
Yes.
Seriously?
Oh, you know what? Someone sent me a video the other day that they captured real footage in England of a fairy. And she had legs, and then she flew away. The kids went, I'll have to send it over.
I seen that.
Did you?
that.
I
I
showed
also
you, sent it to me,
I also
right?
seen a mermaid. It had a hat like Frank.
Little Mermaid actually just came out, the new live action side of The Little Mermaid.
Wow.
The things, I know. How do you and I do this? How do we work together?
I don't know, but it's getting
separate
really,
worlds.
really icy.
Two separate worlds.
Anyway, let's talk to Chef.
Let's talk to Chef and his lovely wife. They came all the way from Jacksonville to visit us today, which is amazing. Chef Anthony and his lovely wife, Tyra.
Yes, Tyra's with me, but she's camera shy.
Oh, is
She's
she?
screen shy, all right.
I want to give Tyra's my forever queen. Okay, she's my chocolate raspberry or chocolate frambuesa or frambuesa chocolate. Is that it?
G-Man.
Frambuesa chocolate. Yeah, mi esposa.
What did you
Yes.
call her? What?
My
chocolate raspberry.
frambuesa chocolate.
Venguesa chocolate.
Frambuesa.
Oh,
Frambuesa.
frambuesa.
Raspberry. Chocolate raspberry.
Chocolate raspberry.
She's my chocolate
How do
raspberry,
we say
brother.
that?
I
Frambuesa
love
chocolate.
chocolate covered
Never heard of
raspberries.
it.
I'm a chef. What can I tell you?
That's creative.
I think of things in terms of flavors that go together, and some that most people will go, yeah, it works because it's Anthonized.
It's Anthony. So we met Chef a few weeks ago. He was in. He got to meet Sally. He met Frank and Rich today. When you were here, and you met Russ at the time. And this whole place was just this explosion of energy.
Yes.
and
Here
he
coming
is again.
together,
And
And
once
he's
again,
back.
he's here.
Get Anthonized.
Yes, Anthonization.
Anthonization.
Yeah.
Now, what does it mean when you get Anthonized?
So being Anthonized is sort of like the Jimi Hendrix experiment, or no, the Jimi Hendrix experience, right?
Jimi Hendrix who plays the guitar?
That's right.
Well, that's
So,
another level right there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what being Anthonized is, a whole nother level.
Well,
You
but
get
Jimmy
is mind, body, spirit.
But
I get
Jimmy
you
got
with the
there a
food.
whole different way, though, Chef.
But okay, he hit you with the music, right?
And then some.
Exactly. And what my man Bob Marley say, when I hit you with the music, you feel no pain. So when I hit you with that food, right? My gumbo, right? My what is it? Man. Anyway, I got my sauces, I got my spices. Then we got the juice, Chef Anthony's Ambrosia. We got, so the Southern Fusion Group is my for-profit business, and that's the Southern Fusion Group. And inside of that is Chef Anthony's Ambrosia. That's my juice line with Sour Tropical, Poolside Passion, Mr. Feelgood. Those are all different blends. Then we got Chef Anthony's Apron. That's my personal chef business. I'm strictly farm to table with an emphasis on pH and eating healthy. It's farm to table. It is not from Sam's Club or from the grocery store. It's from the farm. Like the cow was grazing yesterday. Then we have Southern Fusion Fresh, which is Southern Fusion PH, Fresh PH. So it's PHRESH, Fusion, PHUSION.
What does that mean, the pH, what you're balancing? What
The
are you
whole
doing?
thing is about alkalinity.
Okay.
See, you got to be alkaline. The alkalinity brings down the inflammation. When you have the inflammation when you're at a point of 7 or neutral, you can think with your brain. You can actually, literally, if you go into an alkaline state or eat an alkaline-rich diet, you will decalcify your pineal gland or your third eye, and now you can see with more than just your eyes. You can actually operate on a spiritual level, highly vibrating, not low vibrating. So when you get anthonized, it's like whammo, okay? Because the food hits you first, then it's just, first thing you do is you taste it, you're like, wow. Then it's a spiritual experience. I've actually seen this happen.
Do you have a line of food? Are you a personal chef? Tell us what you do.
So, by trade, I am a personal chef. I do not own a restaurant, never want to own a restaurant, ever. Now, food truck or food trailer, yes, I'm in the process of getting a 30-footer built. We're not just talking about showing up with tacos. So, yes, I'm a personal chef. So what I do is, most of my clients are high net worth clients, CEOs, that sort of thing, and they don't have time to cook. They don't have time to eat healthy. So they hire me to come into their estate, and I am their chef on site. And this is not like a fly-by-night operation. Minimum time, three months, because it's gonna take you that long to get back to an alkaline state. It's gonna take you that long to get to homeostasis. Because of the life that you live, you gotta be at homeostasis. Why would you ever allow somebody to be your high risk, high fund manager that ain't in an alkaline state? What are they thinking about when they taking care of your money?
You know, it's funny because
Just
you were
an
telling
idea,
me
you
the
know?
other day you went to the doctor and he told you part of what happened to you 6 years ago was your alkaline state, was your pH levels, which I never put that together with what Chef was saying as an alkalinity in your body, in your diabetes.
Yes, ketoacidosis and pH levels, and sometimes it gets out of whack and you can't get it back, is what happened. What I wanted to ask you is, what does alkaline food look like?
That's very simple. So let's just take some basic stuff, right? The first thing you can do for yourself is do your own research. Don't listen to me. Do your own research. It's a very simple thing. Since you have Google now, and nobody wants to go to the library, just Google, very simply, alkaline fruits and vegetables. All of those fruits and vegetables are gonna pop up on the screen. Now what's important about this is they gotta be
organic.
If you can get it organic or CNG, that's certified naturally grown, but the best for you is gonna be biodynamically grown. How easy is that to find? Find some farmers that grow biodynamically. Look up biodynamically. Don't be lazy. We're talking about your body here. You look up everything else. You look up how to play a game on video. You look up everything on Instagram. Look this up. It's right there in front of your face. You're walking around with a handheld computer. So, back to the answer to your question is, let's look at some limes, okay? Just your regular, everyday, garden variety, key limes. Most of the things with seeds in it are gonna give you alkalinity, right? Because you came from a seed, why would you eat anything without a seed? So you got watermelon, seeded watermelon, right? Black cherries. You got your mangoes, especially your Meridol papayas, anything that's red in a fruit, except for guanabana, or for the English-speaking crowd, your soursop, okay? The soursop fruit in and of itself. If you ever get a soursop that's seedless, you better throw it in the trash. Number one, because if it ain't got no seeds in it, you know it's GMO. So guanabana or soursop is a cancer fighter, cancer killer. You eat soursop, you take the leaves, you make tea out of it, it's gonna knock carcinogens right out of your body.
Wow.
So you got, then you got on your vegetable side, right?
All right, Chef, everyone's shaking their head to this. Frank, did you drink it or make a tea out of the soursop?
Well, I'm drinking soursop, but I went alkaline because cancer can't live in an alkaline environment.
That's right.
So
Cancer,
I'm
all
almost
diseases.
5 years in remission. So
all diseases live in a acidic environment, and it's a dis-ease, not a disease. Don't listen to these guys in a lab coat and stethoscope around their neck, because most of them never took a nutrition class a day in their life. Number one.
Now I got a different question.
Yes, sir.
A diabetic cannot eat the seeds that you just said, the sugars on it, because we have to be very careful. Even having tomatoes has to be done at a certain level because of the skin.
Right.
And the lecithins?
The lectins, yeah.
Lectins in the intestines. But my question is, if you can't enjoy, there's maybe one fruit that they told me I can enjoy, but if you can't enjoy a lot of fruits, then talk to me about the vegetables that make the bloodstream alkaline.
Okay, So you got your red lettuce, okay? If you want to look at your vegetables, I would look at, don't buy orange carrots. They're GMO. Purple carrots, red carrots, right? Those carrots right there, we'll put those antioxidants right in your body because of the enzyme called anthocyanin, right? So you got your red lettuce, any of those red vegetables, red peppers, red, right? Then you go green leafy, spinach, broccoli, okay? Your another good one is the sour melon.
They say that broccoli gives them high estrogen though, so you substitute the cauliflower.
That too, right? Now you got something else, like
Cauliflower.
you can eat black rice, purple rice. This is real rice. Not
But
this
does
stuff.
it come black?
Yes.
Or do you make it black?
No, do you buy just black rice?
Black rice.
And that's real black rice?
Yes.
I always thought it was made like the red rice. It was made.
No,
No, no.
even the red rice grows red. What gives it the color red is the anthocyanin.
See, in Puerto Ricansville, we used to put salsa de tomate in
Oh,
it.
so it's
To make it red
We
rice?
used to make red rice.
No, the grains are red or
I'm
black.
just being honest. I'm being honest with you. See, I didn't even know there was
So
a red
another
rice.
very good. So let's say, for example, if you're any kind of diabetic, you need to eat bitter melons.
Bitter lemons, yes.
No, bitter melon.
Melon.
It's a fruit. I mean, it's a
Bitter melon.
vegetable that you would mistake it for a cucumber, but it's not a cucumber. It's got ridges on the outside of it. It's called bitter melon. It's used a lot in Asian cooking, and which basically you just flash sear it, right? Then you got your squash, you got your green squash, you got the squash flowers. You can eat all that. Yeah. Asparagus.
Asparagus.
Especially the ones that has the red bloom on it, right?
Now, do you have this as an accompaniment to a dish? Like if
Absolutely.
you wanted something else? Like with the
Absolutely.
black rice, you can have some salad?
No. So let's say if I'm making, what's the Puerto Rican dish? Would we smash up, or the South American dish, would we smash up plátanos? Mangú, right? Yeah. So, and I make that, that nice gravy, but I make the gravy, what's the Puerto Rican one? What we smash, it's mofongo, right? But my mofongo's anthonized.
Anthonized.
Okay, so what do I use in my mofongo that's anthonized? I use the plátano, but I also use the purple sweet potato.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We gotta get Anthony cooking. We need a kitchen.
And my base is made from yuca, but I use the chicken feet. Fresh, farm-raised chicken feet. Not the stuff at the grocery store, that area that smells like you might not
Feet.
want to eat no meat from it. You know what I'm talking about? I know you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So I use chicken feet, and I use, and fresh. I make a fresh chicken stock from I'm farm to table, so my butcher, I don't like to call him my butcher, really, because when you think about butcher, it's just not cool. My meat specialist that harvests all of the loving animals that give their soul for us, right? I make a fresh chicken stock, then I put my yuca in there with my sazon that I make myself with no MSG, right, and no salt. I use a lot of celery, real celery, like organic celery, right?
Wow, he makes his own sazon.
I make my
Chef,
own
why don't we
sazon.
get some of your food?
That's a big one.
Yeah, all of my spices I make myself, and my wife's always like,
Now, Chef, when you came in here, we were talking about food
yes, sir.
because we want to talk about vets
Yes, sir.
and how to help vets.
Yes, sir.
And we're
So
going to do it through food.
I'm gonna
and-
switch hats for a second.
So you switch hats. So because there's a lot of stuff going on with Chef. And he's doing a lot of
He
things.
wears a lot of hats, no pun intended.
I wear a lot of hats for real.
And we want to help vets also through food, digestion,
Yes,
mental.
sir. Yes, sir. Mind, body,
stability.
spirit. Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing for the vets.
So the name of my non-for-profit is called Agape Acres Divine Healing Ministries. Now, what is that? Well, it's definitely unconditional love, because I got a lot of love, not just for veterans, but for my human family. And so inside of Agape Acres, we don't have a website yet, so don't try to look it up. Just listen. What we do, or what I do, and what my family and my wife and I do, my team of people that I work with, we love on our fellow veterans. And what does that mean? When a veteran is going through crisis, they don't need anybody to preach to them. They need somebody to love on them and hear them. So my mantra is hear, help, heal. The 3 H's. Hear, help, heal. Most cases, if you let a veteran speak his truth, he's going to tell you what he needs. Now understand this, a veteran don't need it tomorrow, they needed it yesterday. They don't need, let's have a meeting, they need action. But the kind of action they need is purposeful, actionable, tangible, effective results. That means if you meet a homeless veteran that's hungry, don't give him no money, take him to Boston Market and get him a platter. See what I'm saying? Don't ask him, what do you want to eat? Nah, I'm going to Boston Market. Now, just get them some food, all right? And watch their whole countenance change. Tell them you love them. Tell them thank you. We do this thank you for your service thing. Well, it's almost like talking to a hooker, leaving your money on the table. You know what I'm saying? You got to mean thank you for your service. Don't use it as a cliche. So at Agape Acres, here's what I do. My VFW, my Veterans of Foreign War post, or my American Legion post, or my DAV post, or my Fleet Reserve post will call me. Chef, we got a veteran in crisis right now. My wife looks at me and she knows I'm out of the crib immediately. So I go to that veteran and I help him. I help de-escalate where he is because I've been there. I know what it's like to be off the grid and want to just do the whole village. So what do? We're all about mind, body, spirit, right? The first thing we got to do is we got to get their mind right. And we got to help them get their mind right through one or different modalities, because this is not a one-size-fits-all thing. It's individually, right? So we do definitely use meditation, but what kind of meditation depends on the human being that we're dealing with. It might be guided meditation, it might be mindfulness, it might be visualization, right? So we get them there, get them clear. Then we can actually speak to them and help them where they are. Did that help you answer the question? Did that help? Now, the secondary thing is we don't just deal with the vet. Now we gotta go find their wife if they got, or their spouse. And now we gotta deal with the kid. We gotta deal with the whole family, because that spouse has had to deal with this particular veteran and their post-traumatic stress disorder, or we don't deal with disorders, their post-traumatic stress. We gotta deal with their traumatic brain injury. We gotta deal with this, and the whole house has it. So we gotta get with the spouse, and we gotta get with the kids, and we gotta see to it that they're in a good place to move forward. That's Agape Acres in a nutshell right there. I can get real granular about it, but we ain't got enough time.
Good stuff.
What brings you down here? Because I know you guys live in Jacksonville. We're a ways from y'all.
Yeah, so as a result of me being detached from outcomes and living in Wu Wei in the 4 agreements, I meet a lot of people that have connectivity to other things. So a couple of weeks ago, I was at a meditation, beach meditation, moonlight meditation, beginning of May. And I met this young lady named Tony, who was a mortgage broker, who had a friend who's in real estate who has DDS for vets.org. Delta Sierra 4, the number 4, vets. Victor Echo Tango Sierra .org. She has a non-for-profit in Fort Pierce, and she invited me to be a guest speaker at a PTSD awareness conference this past weekend. So because I knew I was going to be in Fort Pierce, I immediately made sure I reached out to my man Fredo over there, forget about it, and say, hey, Fredo, I'm going to be down your way. My wife and I want to come to the studio, and I want my wife to see your studio. Yes, I took a video of the studio, but I want my wife to be in the presence. I need my wife to be there so that she can fully understand what it is, why I'm so excited about this, right? So that's what brought me here, but what brought me here was the Creator Most High, because I stay in flow.
I would love to see if we can maybe put a cooking show together with what you do.
Oh.
Either down here or virtual or piecemeal or wherever it is. Because what you talk about, people have to process it, but sometimes we need to see it.
Oh, we're going to make it tangible.
Understand exactly.
We're going to make it tangible.
Exactly
we're
what
gonna
we
do
need to do.
Cooking with Chef Anthony, getting Anthonized Caliente.
Get Anthonized.
Oh.
Let's get Anthonized. I love it.
That's right. You're going to get Anthonized. When you get done, you're going to be going,
Because we're all at this brink of needing that next step. I told you, this is the portal. We're sending the energy up. And right, what was I told over the weekend about the planets in alignment on June 1st?
Interesting concept.
Right, so here we are. It's time to get Anthonized.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Let's take a commercial break. More to come. We need to talk to our good friend Eddie and Carolina when we get back from commercial break. More to come.
Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
Do you own a timeshare? At first, maybe it seemed like a great investment, but then you realized a lot of the promises made to you were simply not true. A little later, you started receiving the monthly maintenance fees and additional associated bills they failed to mention when you signed the agreement. And now their fees keep rising. Your times to actually use the timeshare keep shrinking, and the resort has no interest in letting you out of the agreement. Your vacation dream has turned into a timeshare nightmare. An overwhelming, never-ending financial obligation that will fall on your children after you're gone. And it seems as if there is no way out. Well, here's some great news. There is a way out. The Timeshare Exit Hotline has helped hundreds of people just like you. Desperate people who thought they were stuck in this burden forever. Although most professionals in the timeshare industry are legitimate, there are those that use aggressive, sometimes even misleading sales tactics to try and trick innocent people into signing their lives away. We've heard many stories of people who have been lied to and others who were kept in a room for over 10 hours, not provided water or anything to eat, pressured until they were exhausted. These people finally signed a contract just to get out of there. If you're one of the unfortunate people who have been roped into a timeshare nightmare and feel there is no way out, call the number on your screen right now. When we take your case, it means we are highly confident that we can win. We'll provide you with an affordable, one-time fixed fee and our 100% client satisfaction guarantee. Now you don't have to face arrogant, aggressive salespeople alone. We're experts in consumer protection, real estate, and contract law. Even if they bullied you into an agreement, rest assured, they're not going to bully us. So don't wait. Call us right now. Even if you've tried another company that failed you, call us. Our track record of successful negotiations speaks for itself. The call is free, the information is free, and there is absolutely no obligation. A single phone call could free you of this burden. So don't wait. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline right now.
Has your heater or air conditioner busted? Appliance broken? Computer crashed? Then you need an ARW home warranty. Home system and appliance repairs and replacements can cause stress and cost you thousands of dollars per year. With an A+ BBB rating and a top-rated home warranty company on Consumer Affairs and Trustpilot, ARW Home provides superior service, featuring the industry's lowest service call fee. ARW Home has warranty plans that cover your kitchen and laundry appliances, heating and air conditioning systems, electrical and plumbing systems, and much more. Call 800-235-1584 to customize your plan. Plus, ARW has partnered with Azurion to protect your new and used tablets, laptops, TVs, and other home tech from accidental damage and wear and tear. All plans come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 800-235-1584 now for a free quote. That's 800-235-1584.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-796-1182. 800-796-1182. 800-796-1182. That's 800-796-1182.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-485-8801. 800-485-8801. That's 800-485-8801.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422. For no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Those fingers in my hair that slide, come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare. It's witchcraft, and I've got no defense for it. The heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need such an ancient pitch, but one that I wouldn't switch. 'Cause there's no nicer witch than me. It's witchcraft, that crazy witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one that I wouldn't switch. 'Cause there's no nicer witch than me. Da-da-da.
Tree grows in Brooklyn, and we're back.
You know, G-Man was so into foods and what he knows.
I know he eats.
Well, I know he eats, but like he knows the nutrient-dense content of foods.
It's an item thing.
That's his island heritage.
He's got all kinds of things going on that he doesn't let us know about.
Oh, no, I know all about it. I seen this guy gobble up a whole meal.
Pasa Boca is in the house.
Que pasa boca. You know, que pasa boca could be a lot of things. Que pasa boca. Que pasa boca. It depends on how you say it.
It depends if you put a comma, if you put punctuation in, or if you don't. Power of.
What's Carolina's company? What's it called?
Mindset for success.
No. Come on, what's the other? Todo bello.
Yeah, that too.
Say that.
No.
Come on.
Say it again.
Todo bellos.
Todo bellos. Perfect. Ah, perfect. Todo bellos. We should actually show Carolina that commercial we just did for Daniela of J&D Cakes.
J&D Cakes down at 2nd Avenue or Dixie?
2nd Avenue, Dixie and Palmetto Park Road. If you need a homemade cake, if you've got kids that are looking to go to camp this summer, check it out. One of our longtime OG sponsors of the cafe.
Winners of
Cake Wars. Back in the day.
And they were with us at the beginning at iHeart 7 years ago.
Pasa Boca. We got Eddie Crespo in the house. Actually, the Lee's Luncheon is again next week.
You know, I saw that a message came across, but I accidentally.
Did you pay for it already? You don't remember?
No, I didn't pay. Did I pay for it?
I don't know.
No.
You might have.
No, don't say that. I gotta go look. Did I?
It's the last one until summer, June, and then they don't have
I thought
another
you
one.
bought that one.
I bought September. There's actually a leadership conference all day in September for Boca Leaf. It's an all-day training on leadership and business development. It's from 8 until 2, I believe, and in that day includes lunch, and we bought a table for that.
That what we bought?
So that we bought because I thought, you know what? Everyone needs a little bit of leadership.
And that's where we met Big Eddie.
And that's where we met Eddie for the first time. We were there. We did not do a whole lot of networking that day, but we met Eddie there. And
Eddie Three Finger Finale.
so welcome to the cafe.
Thank you very much, Don. I appreciate it, and I'm happy to be here at the Brooklyn Cafe. Thank you.
You know, it's interesting because you have experience in TV and you've got experience in radio and different generations, and things come full circle, and here we sit.
And we amount to approaching one thing that we do well from different angles.
That's exactly
So
what it is.
tell me about the show.
So, Freddie, the show is called Que Pasa Boca, which translates to What's Up Boca. Okay? So it's essentially going to be a show that showcases the very best of Boca Raton. It'll be a magazine-type show, interviews of the movers and shakers of the city, cultural influencers, artists, etc. And I want to pay particular focus to the growing Latino community in the greater Boca area. I think everybody's noticed the changing demographics in the area. I think that there are a lot of great stories to tell, and I'm hoping that through the show we can highlight those and be a bridge, to help the city.
And it's interesting because the grounds are changing. There's more Latinos coming forward from everywhere. And the political landscape has begun already. Angles and who's going to lead what. And it's kind of interesting because I'm hoping that Eddie's show, which is going to be Que Pasa Boca in Miami, Que Pasa Boca in West Palm Beach, is going to be like all over the place, will give Latinos a voice so that they can get involved in the bigger things around the show, which I think is important.
What I like is showing the diversity of our community, because our community hasn't always been a diverse community. And their younger demographic, and my son will always say, oh, everything's so whitewashed, and Boca's this, and Palm Beach is that. It is, but it's not. We have to show the diversity that exists where we live, because there is diversity. It's just, again, our media is not highlighting our culture.
Definitely. I think this show and through the AMP network will be a great vehicle to highlight those stories, especially highlighting the men and women who are opening new businesses, the men and women who are creating, really deep impact in the community, whether it be with youth or whether it be with adolescents, or whether it be with entrepreneurs. That's why I'm so happy to meet Carolina today, because she was describing to me how she, through her show, is expanding and really broadcasting what it takes to have a successful mindset, the mindset of success. So I've learned a lot today just hanging out with you, Carolina. So I think with these positive messages, with highlighting the best of Boca from all walks of life, I think it can only serve as a nice bridge and something fun for all of us to learn from.
Well, Caroline is an amazing mentor, because she's one of the few hosts we have that dove in and she went deep. And she's got Tinkerbells coming in, not one day, but 2 days this month. One in English and one in Spanish. You had Wes Saunders in here twice with his juice. I mean, you're going big. It's like go big or go home. You're not putting your toe in the water and waiting to see where it plays out. You're going all in. And you've got music, and you've got Avraham doing different reels and different games and different elements to your show instead of waiting for it to evolve. You started from the beginning. You can only go up. So I love that.
Who's Tinkerbell?
I'm not going to let who's Tinkerbell. Other than me, Tinkerbell is this amazing woman that Wes and Media work with at their foundation.
And that's her real name?
That's what they call her.
Well, that's what they call her. Oh. I was about to say.
Carolina knows her real name.
Carolina, that's a good friend of yours. Tinkerbell?
No, I don't know her. Really. I know that her name is Paulette, I think, but she doesn't like to be called like that. She likes to be called Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
Yes.
Oh, I gotta meet this one.
But she's a survivor from the Holocaust.
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
She was 5 years old when she and her sisters and her parents were taken to the camps.
Yes.
So she remembers what it was like living in Poland. They say she's about 4 foot tall. And her amazing
She's
things
4 foot what?
4 foot, maybe 4 feet, maybe 4'10".
Maybe 4 feet?
I don't think she's 5
almost
feet.
like a yardstick.
She's not as tall as me, let's put it that way.
Holy smokes.
But she's incredibly powerful in the Miami community, and she's got a foundation to help children, which is where Wes and Media work with her.
Very nice.
And she's going to be sharing her story in English and in Spanish, and want to try and get her story of the Holocaust, because again, if we don't document these stories, they will not continue to live on for the next generation.
Good stuff.
So congratulations to you for bringing her in.
I like the way the community, the Latino community aspect of what we're doing is growing. I think it's important. It's a message well needed.
Yeah.
And I tell you, we're lucky because this guy, him and his dad have been versed in the business
history
for
in radio.
years.
Yeah, I was fortunate to grow up. Fortunate to grow up with radio and entertainment and media, marketing. All that were the topics at the dinner table growing up. So I was fortunate for that. So yeah, I feel very comfortable in this environment. I'm happy to be here, Freddie. You and Don have been, fantastic hosts. And you know, what you guys are doing is so important. I've met new friends here. I've been Anthonized, which I did not expect. When I woke up today, I did not think I was going to be Anthonized. Yeah, I'm Anthonized today, and I've met new friends. You know, so thank you again. You know, I really appreciate it. I'm happy to be here.
Good stuff is coming.
It always falls into place. When do we have the pleasure of starting Que Pasa Boca?
Well, you know what? We're in development right now.
Nice.
We'll definitely will be launched in summer of 2023.
Love it.
Yeah, and so we'll set a date very soon.
I love it.
There's some elements we have to do. And who do we have on the show? Your show on Thursday.
On Thursday, we are going to have Satonia Baker. She's an entrepreneur. She also does some charity work. And she has her company called The Beautiful Works.
And what is her company based on?
Fort Lauderdale.
Is it art? Is she an artist?
No, she's not an artist, but she takes care of historical buildings.
Oh, wow.
To maintain them the way they are.
I gotta tell you, I gotta give Carolina a lot of credit because she came up with the English-Spanish version. That was not my creation. I wish I could take credit for that because I thought it was brilliant. But everything she does, if you look at this over here, this is her. Because this is the way she does things. She does everything on point. And I was a little bit hesitant with the English and Spanish, but she actually pulls it off pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
Thank you.
So
She's doing a really nice job. So thank you so much for all you do. And I'm telling you, the guests, the amount of information and people that you bring in. I mean, Wes and Media have been amazing. We should actually show the juice to Chef. We have it, the powder in the back, the Wes juice.
that might be something fits in your mold.
Chef, I gotta ask, ever heard of anyone who's allergic to ashwagandha?
No, I haven't.
No.
But
Here's one. And they all say no one could be allergic to ashwagandha.
Well, the thing of it is,
You too?
Ashwagandha is the Indian ginseng, pretty much.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
She's allergic to it.
You're allergic to it.
And
that's okay.
mangoes.
It's okay. We'll just use some organic ginger, some lemongrass, and some what was the herb we were just talking about? No, the other herb we were just talking about, the orange one. Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Oh, turmeric.
We'll just-
All in.
we'll
I
put
make
some
turmeric tea. Linda,
So,
Linda does.
but here's the thing about making turmeric tea. Your body cannot. Okay, so you have to add either black peppercorns
Yes.
or papaya seeds.
The black pepper comes in the turmeric already.
Oh, in the tea. Okay, so when I make turmeric tea, I have a mortar and pestle.
Okay.
Yes, right. And I use when I do the Meridol papayas, I literally scoop the seeds out, let them sit in the sun in lemon juice, so they dry with lemon juice, and then I put them Ziploc bag them or vacuum seal them and put them in the freezer.
That's good anti-inflammatory
I
stuff.
tell you. Imagine living with him.
Yeah, I can
All
imagine
those-
living
all those good
because
foods.
of him. I can tell
So
you that.
I will say this.
Cancer, too.
This is a true story. When my wife was pregnant with my second son, and she would drink one of my blends called Mr. Feelgood, he jumped every time. Every time. in her belly. When he came out and was like a year old, he watched me in the kitchen, because I used to blend some alkaline water or coconut water. I would dilute because my juice is viscous. He ran out of the kitchen going, "No, I want straight juice." That literally happened. I got it on video.
Amazing.
Now, before we go, I think they wanted
Richard wants to give out the website for Florida Arts Network. Just grab your
Throw it
mic.
to your mic.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, look at this. I'm knocking all kinds of stuff over here and just making a mess. Sorry about that. Yes, I wanted to give the website for Florida Arts Network. It is floridaartsnetwork.org. There you can see a little bit about what we do, what we've done. You can read what we're about, who we are, who's on our board of directors. And we also have a donate button on there if anybody wants to donate to our cause, because we really do want to help the youth here.
Tax deductible.
So, yes, we are a 501c3, so anything that you want to give, whether it's $5 or $5,000, you can write it off on your taxes. So that's a good thing.
We should be able to come up with a way that we can do a whole foundation, Freddie, for all of AMP.
Okay.
Remember the AMP Futures Foundation that we talked about setting up?
I remember that, but we
And
also
this way we can give a little bit to everybody,
Absolutely.
I think it makes sense.
right? And this way it can be all under the AMP umbrella. I just need a whole nother crew to help me do that. And then I need a crew of a clothing line, and then I need a food crew, and then I need a whole lot of help. That's all I can tell you.
All right, Lucy, we gotta go.
And thank you to Josh for opening up my creative juices.
Josh, no more of that, because then the needs begin to flow.
Have a great afternoon, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us. Happy Tuesday. Please be safe, be kind to each other, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.